Welcome everyone to another video on the channel. We are at Heathrow Airport in X-Plane 11, and there's a very good reason why we are here right now, which I think is pretty obvious. I have never seen Heathrow so busy as this in X-Plane. This is Traffic Global by Just Flight, and look at what it does to the X-Plane 11 world. Oh my goodness me. This is, quite honestly, an incredible, powerful AI generator that simulates all real-world flights from all over the globe in very, very incredible detail. And I remember when I first started using X-Plane 11, when I changed from Prepared about, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago now. I was quite underwhelmed by X-Plane's AI traffic, really, default AI traffic, because it had no sounds. The traffic would just fall over all the time or end up in someone's hedge, or I don't know, anything could happen really, and it was just horrendous and it ruined the immersion. And ever since then I've been really looking for a decent alternative, and there are quite a few AI traffic add-ons out there now for X-Plane, but none of them really work. Like, for instance, many of them you have to set them up and manually edit files and goodness knows what, or set flight plans up. This, all you do is install it and activate it, and that is it. Now that is kind of really what it should be in this day and age, but it is a refreshing change to not be worried about any of the technical side of it. You just basically jump in the sim and see all of this, and just listen to these sounds. Every aircraft has a bespoke sound set, whether it's a 747, a Dash 8, or a massive Emirates Airbus A380 like that. Look at that. It really is, and the models are so smooth. The way they interact with the airport and with each other is very impressive. I've been using this add-on now for about 3 or 4 days, and I've done some VR flights, and I tell you what, in VR, which we will be doing at some point very soon, the experience is incredible. When you're waiting on finals and you see a 747 thundering above your head and then full on reverse thrust, it's really impressive. Absolutely love it to bits. I must admit, I was not expecting to be as impressed as this, but it really has made a massive difference to that all-important immersion. Now, this tool has quite a few different settings, so we'll just have a look at them now. So if you go to Plugins and Traffic Global, you'll see settings there, and I mean, look at that, guys. 441 current active aircraft in this area. If I had 4 or 5 default AI aircraft, it would bring my computer to its knees, but I'm finding the performance is absolutely fine, even in areas like this. If I just show you my X-Plane settings, just to show you I'm not cheating, my AA is full up to the highest quality, so is texture quality, number of wheeled objects, visual effects, it's all up there. Ignore reflection detail, that's going to be changed very soon in the new Vulcan version of X-Plane, which should be coming soon. I hope. And basically I've left these labels on just so you can see the amount of aircraft there is buzzing around the skies, and it's just everywhere. Look at it, incredible. But you can take those labels off, and I'd recommend taking them off if you're in VR, because the labels only show in the left eye. So to do that, you press the insert key on the keyboard like so, and they disappear. But I'll leave them on for the purpose of this video review. Now you can see here, traffic density slider. That is, I've put that right up on purpose just to show you that it is possible with a mid-range computer like mine. In London as well, of all places, it runs really well, actually. Just shockingly good, to be honest. Never thought I'd be able to do this, but yeah, I'm getting away with it. Synthetic GA. Now this is probably the limitation at the moment of this particular plugin, because at the moment there's no kind of real general aviation aircraft, if I can talk. which is a shame. There's no like Cessnas or business jets that I'm aware of anyway. They are some kind of like mid-range commuters like the Dash 8s and twin turboprops, but that is going to be an update in the future. So if you do buy this product, it's going to have some longevity to it, I can assure you of that. So look at this, we've got British Airways, Kuwait, Emirates, Virgin Atlantic, EasyJet, Ryanair, just all of them, they're here in all their glory, and I think the models are fantastic. And if we have a look at any aircraft that might be on finals, which hopefully there'll be one on finals very soon, being Heathrow, the animations of these aircraft are fantastic. They really are. In fact, I'm looking the wrong way. Here we go. We've got a British Airways on final now, so we'll go and get ready for his landing. You can see that all the spoilers, the reverses and the sounds are all there. The way the landing gear comes down is very smooth. You've even got like touchdown sounds, as you'll see in a moment. Here he's on a 1 mile final, so we'll kind of get positioned about here somewhere. Now imagine doing this in VR. It is incredible. It really is. You don't need to make those trips down to Heathrow Airport anymore with your sandwiches. You can just do it all in VR. Right, hang on, let me just there we go. Listen to this. That's incredible. That really is amazing. And what we'll do now is I'll show you the next sort of party piece of this plugin. There's plenty of them actually. It's been a really well thought out program, and you can tell it's been in development for a long time. I am aware that it had a few teething problems at the beginning, but you know, you've got to give it to Just Flight for really pushing the boundaries of what X-Plane can do, and this is exactly it. You know, there was bound to be a few issues in the beginning because it's such a complex software. I'm really amazed that they're able to have this amount of detail. In fact, let's have a look here. They were about to have, if I show you that other window, let's just listen to this 777 spool up for takeoff. Look, even the way it gets onto the runway, nice and smoothly on the centre line. Look at those huge engines there. Wait for those engines to spool up any moment now. Oh yes. Oh, that is majestic, really. And the heat blur as well. So yeah, right, okay, so what I'll show you now is a very useful part of this software package, and that's the radar display, which by the way is VR compatible. So I think I'm going to have this on my lap somewhere in the cockpit when I'm in VR, because it's really useful. And you can see here, if we zoom right out to 150 nautical miles, we've got traffic everywhere, and we can choose, if we click on any of these symbols here, we can instantly get transported to one of the aircraft. So let's have a look. Should we pick the EasyJet here? And just like that, it's so slick. We're now on board a 737, sorry, an Airbus rather, EasyJet aircraft. And it sounds fantastic and looks really convincing. Not bad at all, that looks gorgeous. Okay, let's pick another one. American Airlines. Oh, that's on the ground there. Going past a huge A380 there. Amazing. Let's have a look. Any more? More on the ground. In fact, you can actually change that and adjust your settings here, which is really good. I like that. Let's see if we can find one in the air. There we go. Okay, here's a good example right here of a turboprop, probably most likely on his way to the Channel Islands. A bit of a guess there because of the livery. And it's got a different sound again. Oh wow, look at that going past London there. That's quite an evocative sight. So literally you could be doing this for hours and hours. Oh, here we go. We've got... oh, look at that. The landing gear is just coming down here with the city, London City in the background there. Look how smooth that is. I think that's really well done, and a credit to Just Flight for adding those little details that make all the difference. So we'll just stay with this pilot for a moment and check out his landing. So even the smoke there, really good. He's now 1,000 feet, 135 knots, positioning for that approach. Now, there's certain add-ons that I have that I couldn't do without, like Active Sky, like Ultimate Weather, which is the sort of cloud generator, like the TBM, you know, the Hot Start TBM. And this add-on, even after about 3 days of use, that is going to be one of those add-ons now where it's kind of like, I can't do without this now. This has become a new baseline for my immersion, if that makes sense. I wouldn't want to use X-Plane anymore without this add-on, because it adds so much, and I think to go back to even live traffic would just be a huge step backwards. I wouldn't like it. And I think that says it all, to be honest, for me. It's now an essential part of my flight sim experience, particularly in X-Plane 11. It makes a huge difference. I wish Aerofly could have some sort of add-on like this. It would be amazing. But let's have a look at this landing here. Nice, and listen to those reverse thrusts. Spoilers coming out there. How nicely modelled is that? That is really, really cool. Absolutely amazing. Right, we'll go back to my aircraft for a moment. Actually, what we'll do is we'll just jump over here, because I can see an aircraft taxiing to the gate, and I'd love to show you, because they taxi perfectly to the gates assigned to them, which would be in real life, and then you hear the aircraft power down as well. They don't just, you know, the audio doesn't stop, it powers down, which I absolutely love as well. And the same for when they're pushing back, or, you know, when they're maintaining separation with other aircraft. I just feel like Just Flight has really knocked it out of the park with this add-on, and I really highly recommend it. If you are getting a bit fed up with the fact that your simulator skies are a little bit empty, or live traffic isn't working very well, which it generally doesn't, to be honest, and it does cause quite a few crashes, and you just don't want the hassle of setting up, manually editing all of those flights and scripts and folders and goodness knows what. This is worth every penny, because from now on, guys, every video you will see of me in X-Plane 11 will have global traffic buzzing around the skies. So just remember that, you know, because I just cannot wait to recreate some of my most favourite routes across Europe, knowing that I've got all of these regional specific aircraft now to use, and I think that's what really makes it special. Like, each flight is going to be even more different from the last. You'll have different weather each flight, and now you'll have different AI traffic depending on which day, what time of day, or the weather that you desire to go. So look at this, look. Now, I'm just going to keep this view for a moment. Watch how the aircraft will now power down. The engines will now just slowly sort of just switch off, as if, here we go, look. That is a nice touch. It's those little details that really show that Just Flight have paid attention and just made sure that this add-on really has that extra element that makes a huge difference to immersion. Just look at all this traffic. It's crazy. I can't believe it. We are going to look around a few more airports, but before that I just want to show you one more really cool feature. Back in the Windows section here, Traffic Global, we've got a flight schedule page, and this will give you an idea of what I'm talking about. Right now, London Heathrow, this is all of the flights that are due to depart or arrive. As you can see here, you can change those settings there. We've got 1,062 flights due in and out of Heathrow, and this is where they're all going to. And it will tell you whereabouts that aircraft is, what time It's going to be due in or depart. Put active only there, look, and let's see. That's in the maintenance area. Oh, no, sorry, that one's actually flying. Look at that. How nice is that for a view there? I just love as soon as I click any of these aircraft, you go straight to it. It's so slick. You can quite easily get lost in this for ages. But what we're going to do, guys, I thought, anyway, would be a good idea if we go and look at a few more airports. So, let's say, I don't know, should we go to Manchester? That would be a good place. And I'll see you there in a few minutes' time. Well, for you it'll be magic, but for me it'll take ages to load it, so I'll see you in a moment. Okay guys, welcome back. We are now at Manchester International Airport, and you can see here the gates are bristling with different types of aircraft. Very nicely modelled. EasyJet, Ryanair, see them all the time. Flybe, not so much now, very sad. Especially as I know what kind of pain that's caused for people that have worked there for many years, so real sad that they've finally closed the doors. But yeah, just have a look around here guys, and it speaks for itself, I think. I can hear some something spooling up over there. And I think since I'm quite, as I say, late to the party with this add-on, I think they may have had a few issues when it got first released, and I think a lot of that is because of what they're trying to achieve. There's a reason why no one else has tried this, you know, to date and X-Plane. And I think it's quite brave of Just Flight to really give us an add-on that we've all been waiting for, and there was most likely going to be some teething problems with it. But I think now it's been out for a while, I do feel like, well, I've had no issues with it at all so far, not one crash, and just absolute amazing. Like, look at this 737, is it no, an Airbus, sorry. There is, actually I love that. You don't get that with any other AI traffic, where it's kind of like simulating really like a pushback. I suppose it'd be nice if maybe the engine started after that, but I mean, I'm being really picky. It's not really that much of a big deal, really. I think the AI traffic is modelled really well. I mean, you don't need to see them in any better detail than that. I think it'd just be a waste of FPS. And as I said before, the frame rate is excellent. Oh, look at that for a fantastic view there. I have to kind of keep reminding myself this is X-Plane and not Prepared. Okay, so we've now just loaded up at Birmingham in the UK, and it's business as usual, as you can see here. Plenty of traffic on the apron. Incredible. EasyJet, Ryanair, Jet2, and we've got an interesting aircraft over here as well. Wow, just love it. Absolutely brilliant. Makes a huge difference. It's one of those, as I've said before already on this video, now that I have this program, I couldn't be without it already. You just, some add-ons you get, and as soon as you start using them, you just think, yep, that is, I've hit a mark now. I've hit a base level for my immersion. Active Sky was one of those moments. VR was another one of those moments, and this is definitely up there. I just cannot live without all this traffic. In fact, let's have a look here. We've got a Ryanair coming in right now on a 1 mile final. So let's just do a bit of plane spotting here and watch this aircraft land. Try and find a spot where he might land, because my view system is a bit rubbish without VR. Look at that, look. Nice landing. Oh yes. Screenshot there and a little bit of a stutter. That is, oh, this is great. Right, time to move on to another airport. Okay, now, so we've loaded up at Cardiff. This is Orbex's rendition of Cardiff. So with this, as well as Traffic Global, we're now even more immersed into the environment. And look, we've got a Thomas Cook Airlines here. So we've actually got some different airline providers. That is probably regional specific to wherever we are, which is fantastic. Oh, this looks so good. And it's not quite as busy as you'd expect from, say, you know, Birmingham or Heathrow or Manchester. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. Let's just have another look at our radar display here and see what's going on here. Yeah, we've got plenty of aircraft flying around the skies, and it's not making any impact to my frame rate at all, which I just find is remarkable. Let's have a look here. Should we go for the EasyJet one near here? I love how you can do that, and it instantly transports you back to that aircraft. I mean, what more do you need, really, guys? This is really impressed with this. I wasn't expecting to be as impressed as this. Yeah, if you think what X-Plane 11 is like when you just have the default version of X-Plane 11, what kind of add-ons you can get now? You know, with Orbex, with all of those amazing payload aircraft, and now this amazing Traffic Global tool, really giving life, just giving a completely new world, really, of traffic. Every airport you fly into, well, not every airport actually, because they're not all modelled at the moment, but the major ones are, and I think, in fact, it does tell you on the settings page here, at 29,000 or so airports, 14,000 are usable, so that's quite a lot there. That's more than enough, really, especially for some of my favourite routes anyway. And once general aviation aircraft are included, I will certainly do another video checking that out. Wow. Just beautiful, look at it. Right, onwards to another airport. So here we are, guys, at another airport. This is Southampton, and as you can see, regional specific aircraft are here. That's very cool, isn't it? Very nice indeed. Some of these are models, actually. That's a static model there, I think, from Orbex. But that is a Traffic Global aircraft at the gate. And yeah, really great. So wherever you fly, you're going to get the correct aircraft for that airport. In fact, let's just ride along on one of the Dash 8s. If we go to flight schedule here, and let's have a look here. Flyby's got a few here. Let's go to that one, and there we go, look. So this guy is on his way from Southampton to Jersey. Listen to the sound of that aircraft. Spot on. Ignore the weird scenery, guys. As I say, I've probably just spawned about 50 miles away from where I currently am. This really is a powerful tool. I'm just scratching the surface here, guys. As I say, I'm just been checking around a few UK airports. In fact, just to end the video, let's try a completely different location. I think maybe we should go to Seattle and have a look how busy it will probably be there. So just like that, we have crossed the pond and we are now in America, KC. That is Seattle Tacoma International Airport, and before my computer melts from all of the loading of different airports, I thought I'd just quickly show you this. Panning around here, I just love all of these different liveries that are being displayed. Frontier Airlines, Emirates. So many, I think there's something like 700 or so liveries or more. I could quite happily just do this for hours and hours. I really could. Just plane spotting. Oh wow! Right, let's go and find, before we call this video done, an aircraft coming into land. So yeah, my overall impression so far from this first video, very positive indeed. I think the things that struck me the most about this add-on is how easy it is to get up and going. You just install it and that's it. You don't have to mess around doing anything you know, technical, which is a first, to be honest, for this type of add-on. Not only that, I just love how all the sounds are different from the different aircraft that are available. They're quite bespoke, and the 3D separation's really nice, something that they didn't need to do. The animations of the spoilers, the flaps, the gear, even the heat blur and the landing lights and all that kind of stuff is all there. And you've also got these tools like the traffic radar screen that is actually brilliant, works in VR, and the flight schedule page. There's not much to not like, really. I think really the only thing that I would like to see is just more general aviation aircraft. Oh wow. So cool. And I know, guys, we've seen this sort of thing in Prepared before, but we have never, this is the crucial thing, we haven't seen this in X-Plane before. I really wish this add-on was, you know, would have been around a couple of years ago when I first started being seriously into X-Plane, because oh, it would have enhanced my enjoyment so much more. But it's here now, and that's all we can be thankful it's here and with us. Oh, there we go. Let's have a look at the gear coming up. Nice and smooth. That is quite a sight, that really is. Oh, nice landing. I just love those little sounds. Listen to that. See what I mean? Let's just listen to this aircraft go by here. Oh, that's fantastic. Nice landing. Oh. Imagine what that's going to be like in VR when you're, you know, sat, or stood rather. I don't know why you'd be sat on the runway, but yeah, that would just be incredible. So take care, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again on the next one. Bye bye for now.